Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be positive. I mean, after the match, I definitely was struggling in the locker room. Yeah, I think for me, the main thing, I'm sure my team and everyone's going to tell me, like, you did well at Roland Garros. So I'm like,
what happens when a 20-year-old tennis star decides she's done being disrespected on live TV? She doesn't post a rant online. She doesn't break down in an interview. She takes action with a $50 million lawsuit that could shake the entire sports media world. Coco Gauff just pulled off what most athletes wouldn't even consider. She stared down one of America's largest sports networks and declared, "You went too far, and now you'll face the consequences." And by consequences, we're talking $50 million of serious accountability.
I think being an athlete, people kind of disregard that side of us, the human side of things. And, people say so many things like, number 3 in the world and you're doing this or you're playing like this and you should be better and things like that. But like at the end of the day, like I feel like I've already, if I stopped and didn't pick up a racket tomorrow, I have a career that so many people would dream of.
This isn't about a bad call on the court. This isn't about rankings or tournament drama. This is about a Fox Sports host who thought he could trash a young woman's career on live TV and get away with it. He was completely, utterly wrong. While everyone expected Coco to shrug it off, maybe post a motivational Instagram, and move on, she did something totally different. She collected every clip, every word, every cutting remark, and turned it into a legal arsenal that now has Fox Sports scrambling faster than a player lunging for a drop shot.
But I think I just showed people what it's like to be a human, and I have bad days, but I think it's more about how you get up after those bad moments and how you show up after that. And I think today I showed that I can get up after feeling the worst I've ever felt on the court.
The real question isn't whether she had the right to sue. It's why it took this long for an athlete to finally push back like this. And even bigger, what did that host say that's now triggering a $50 million court battle? Here's the story, and every detail only makes it more shocking. It all began during what should have been a routine broadcast. Fox Sports was covering the Miami Open, breaking down matchups, and players like usual. But one host went completely off script in the worst way. Instead of talking Coco's game, her stats, or tournament chances, he got intensely personal. He questioned whether her success was real or just hype, claimed she was too immature for professional tennis, and then crossed the line entirely by implying her accomplishments were exaggerated and that she didn't deserve the recognition she'd earned.
But I felt with a new perspective, seeing how the support I've gotten since that moment, just seeing how proud of people are of me, regardless of how I do here. So today I felt a lot lighter going on court, and I hope to continue feeling that lightweight for the rest of the time here.
Let that sink in. A grown man, live on national TV with millions watching, decided to openly question whether a Grand Slam champion even deserved her success. Not her technique, not her strategy, her very worth as an athlete. And the way he said it made it sting even more. Smug, dismissive, like he was doing everyone a favor by revealing the truth about Coco Gauff. It wasn't analysis. It was character assassination, dressed up as sports commentary. The broadcast went on as if nothing happened. His co-hosts laughed awkwardly, tried to keep the show moving, but the damage was already done. Those words were out there, recorded, hitting households across the country, and spreading on social media within minutes.
Matt.
Well done, Coco. Thanks. After everything that happened on Thursday night, did you wake up feeling a little differently yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I just realized that I don't want that moment to happen again, like on court for sure. And yeah, I'm not someone who, like, I don't want to show, like, I guess, weakness in moments, but after the match, I was thinking, like, maybe it's not a weakness, it's just showing the things that happen in my head and not keeping it inside to the point where I can't play.
Fans watching live immediately started screen recording, and Twitter went haywire. Within an hour, Clips of the segment were everywhere, and outrage was universal. Not just Coco's fans, but tennis lovers, sports journalists, even casual viewers who could see this crossed a line. This wasn't tough analysis. This wasn't accountability. It was a hit job, aimed squarely at a young black woman who had already proven herself on tennis's biggest stages. Yet while the internet erupted, Coco stayed silent. No posts, no reactions, nothing. That silence was deliberate. To grasp why this lawsuit is so historic, you have to understand Coco Gauff. She isn't just another player complaining about bad press. She's been carrying immense expectations since she was 15. She exploded onto the scene at Wimbledon 2019, defeating Venus Williams in the first round, a teenager taking down a legend on one of tennis's grandest stages. From that moment, the world couldn't look away. She became the youngest player to qualify for Wimbledon in the modern era, and suddenly everyone had an opinion about her future. By 20, she'd already won a Grand Slam, cracked the top 10, and built a brand most athletes spend decades chasing. Nike, New Balance, major endorsements, millions of followers. Her face isn't just on courts, it's on billboards and magazine covers. She's not just an athlete, she's a business. And that's what made the Fox situation so damaging. Coco's reputation is her currency. When a major network questions whether her success is real, they're not just insulting her, they're threatening her livelihood. Sponsors pay for legitimacy. Fans support authenticity, suggest it's all manufactured, and contracts opportunities her whole career are at risk. Coco knows criticism. Too young, too emotional, too much pressure. And she usually handles it with grace, letting her game speak, staying focused, winning. So why did this hit differently? Because it wasn't her performance being questioned. It was her character, her right to be at the top. And it happened on national TV, where millions form opinions based on expert words. Coco realized staying silent wasn't strength anymore. It was letting others write her story. And she refused to let that happen. The moment those clips hit social media, all hell broke loose. Within minutes, hashtags like #DefendCoco and #RespectTheGame were trending worldwide. Fans weren't just upset, they were furious. But what made this moment different was the athletes themselves speaking up. Serena Williams shared her support. Naomi Osaka called the comments disgraceful, and multiple WTA players opened up about their own experiences with media disrespect, turning Coco's fight into a full-blown movement. Usually players stay neutral, but this was so blatant, so clearly wrong, that silence would have felt like complicity. One viral tweet captured it perfectly. Imagine being 20, already a champion, and still having to prove you deserve respect, something female athletes face every day. It was retweeted hundreds of thousands of times. Major journalists wrote think pieces, ESPN commentators called out Fox on air, and rival networks accused them of prioritizing shock over journalism. Yet through all this chaos, Coco stayed silent. No tweets, no Instagram posts, nothing. Speculation ran wild. Was she ignoring it? Was she okay? What no one realized was that she wasn't silent. She was building a case. Then everything changed. Coco Gauff's legal team filed a $50 million lawsuit against Fox Sports and the host. $50 million, not a cease and desist, not an apology request, a full-scale legal battle. The lawsuit hit Fox with 3 major claims, starting with defamation. The lawsuit outlined 3 major claims. First, false and damaging statements. What was said wasn't critique, it was deliberate harm. Second, emotional distress. The tone humiliated her publicly, not professionally analyzed her game. Third, professional harm. By questioning her legitimacy, Fox jeopardized sponsorships and future opportunities. Legal experts quickly weighed in, almost unanimously agreeing Coco had a strong case. One civil attorney explained, "When you attack someone's professional reputation on a major platform, and that reputation drives their income, you're in serious legal territory. That $50 million figure wasn't random. Coco's team calculated her brand value, endorsements, and projected earnings. This wasn't about wealth. It was a statement no one could ignore. Fox's legal team knew trouble the moment the lawsuit dropped. Every word, every tone was recorded. In defamation cases, proof is everything, and Coco had it all on tape. When she finally spoke, she was calm and precise. "I've always let my game speak for itself. False narratives don't just hurt me. They disrespect every athlete who works hard for their achievements. This is about fairness, not fame. No anger, no yelling, just facts." The impact was immediate. Fox Sports panicked, issuing a bland statement. "We respect Coco Gauff as an athlete. Comments were opinion and not intended as personal attacks." Translation: "We messed up, but please don't make us pay $50 million. Too late. The host who made the comments went completely silent. No tweets, no follow-ups, just the kind of quiet that comes after serious lawyer conversations. Within hours, the original clip disappeared from Fox's website. Editors scrubbed archives as if it never existed, but fans had already saved and shared it everywhere. Behind the scenes, Fox's lawyers tried to negotiate a private settlement, hoping to make it quietly disappear. Coco's team refused. They wanted this public because it wasn't about money, it was about accountability. One media lawyer put it bluntly: Fox didn't just cross the line from critique to defamation. They sprinted past it. A network that celebrates tough commentary suddenly couldn't handle the consequences. This isn't just Coco versus Fox. It's much bigger. For decades, sports media has treated athletes, especially young women, as fair game, expecting them to just take it and move on. Coco changed that. Filing this lawsuit sent a message to every network: the old rules are gone. Critique performance all you want, but you can't destroy character without consequences. The impact was immediate. Across the country, sports networks quietly reviewed commentary policies, producers circulated memos about respectful dialogue, and hosts became noticeably more careful discussing young athletes. One insider joked, "Everyone's terrified of pulling a Fox moment." Sponsors saw what was happening and doubled down on Coco. Nike, New Balance, and major tech companies publicly applauded her for standing up. They didn't see controversy, they saw leadership. Coco wasn't just an athlete anymore. She became the face of athlete empowerment, a 20-year-old holding one of the largest media corporations accountable. Most players would have let PR teams handle it, but Coco filed a lawsuit with her name on it. Even the WTA issued a statement backing her right to protect her reputation, essentially telling the media to stop bullying athletes. The irony is sharp. The Fox host who called her overhyped only made her stronger. The lawsuit turned her from a tennis champion into a global icon. So, where does it stand now? The case is ongoing.